Hi, this is Johnny Seago, and today is the fourth week of Be Remarkable. And I know that all of you have already started becoming your journey of being more remarkable than you already are. So today I'll just jump right in. Today's topic is one you can all relate to. It's leadership. I mean, why else would you be watching something called Be Remarkable if you didn't want to lead? You know, John Maxwell says leadership is influence, nothing more and nothing less. And it always makes me think, who am I influencing today? And whose life am I being a leader in? And the other side is, who influenced me today? Who was a leader in my life? You know, when I was a little girl growing up, the saying was that leaders are born, they're not made. My dad just blew that out of the water, and he didn't believe a bit of that. And he began, whenever I was just a little kid, talking to me about becoming a leader, growing as a leader, like it was something you could do, you know, like learning to play baseball or read poetry. It's just a skill. You learn it. And so that was kind of, you know, sketchy for that time in the culture, but he just pumped that into me all the time. You're going to be a leader. I can, you know, I'll go on and on. I'll tell you tons of stories about my dad, but he was the number one influencer in my life on becoming a leader. And so it led me through lots of things in my life to take on leadership roles and that kind of thing. And then finally to get an educational doctorate in educational leadership. And it was at that time, which was only just a few years ago, that the study finally validated what my dad had always told me. And you may know this book, of course, called The Leadership Challenge by Coons and Posner. And no, they're not an affiliate. I'm not getting anything for talking about them. But it was one of the very first books I read in getting my doctorate in leadership. And Coons and Posner did a longitudinal study of leadership and just thousands and thousands of hours of interviews and surveys and talking to people and traveling the world looking at leadership. And they came across 5 challenges, or the 5 things that leaders do for their followers to make sure that they encourage leadership. So, the 5 things. Number 1, they model the way. So, of course, this means integrity, competence in our job, you know, those kinds of things. We model leadership. The second thing is we inspire a shared vision. We have to be the futurist, the visionary, the one out there leading the charge. So we have to inspire the way. The third thing, this is kind of one of my favorite things about being a leader, is we challenge the process. We know all the cliches about thinking outside the box. And this is why Google and Apple and all the giants in leadership are the giants in leadership, because good enough is not just never good enough. It's not even on the chart. Keep challenging the process. That's number 3. Number 4 is to enable people to act. Okay, so no micromanagers are leaders, right? You've got to remove the helicopter, Mom. You got to get out of the way and let the people act. Let your subordinates act. Let the people that work with you act. Let your peers act. Let your children act. Are they going to fail? Man, I hope so, because that means that they're learning something new that's never been tried before. So enable them to act. And then finally, number 5, my favorite, encourage the heart. That's kind of what Emily and I are trying to do with this vlog, is to just tell you, you can do this. Get out there. Become the leader that you know God created you to be. Think of those things that only you can do and go do them today. Thanks for watching.